My class today is a yin or a restorative class on relaxing, letting go. There's a lot of massage in it as well, and we're also focusing on the chakras, the energy centers that flow through your body. The oil I've chosen, instead of one of mine, I just thought it might be nice to mention that you can buy some of the essential oils already mixed in a jojoba, or usually it's a jojoba, and I've chosen jasmine. Jasmine is an oil for your heart. It's helps you sleep. It's good for anxiety and stress, and it's actually got a lot of health benefits that we might not be aware of, such as it's even beneficial for cancer. But I just mentioned that because we'll continue with the class, and this is what I'm using for my massage. And you just need a little bit. It's a beautiful oil for self-love. So in this class we're actually working on flexibility in your whole body, and we'll hold in the postures for a bit longer, which just helps with that. Because in the Western world, we tend to focus more on strength, on work, and we forget about the relaxation. And so this class is going to teach you how to bring it in a very lovely way. You don't have to try and sit and keep still and meditate when your mind's going a million miles an hour, and so you can just focus on the feelings. So I'm just going to open the oil and just place a little bit in the palm of my hand. My left palm, left for love. I'll do a little bit more. There's an actual energy point in your palm. You might want to be sitting on a cushion. In fact, I will as well, just to demonstrate. So just any little cushion, yoga blanket's really nice as well. And just lift your hips up and makes it a little bit more comfortable. And then I'm going to move into the bound angle, so my feet together. So if this is too strong, and I'm going to sit up nice and straight, you might have one leg straight and the other one. Or you might forget the massage altogether. You will be able to do the massage later on. And just lie down on your back with one leg straight and one out to the side, and maybe a cushion underneath it to do this part of the class. You don't need to have the massage, it just adds extra to the whole thing. So I'm just rubbing it into my hands. I can already smell, it's very sweet. It's very nice, grounding even. And then I'm going to go to my feet. So while I'm sitting in the bound angle, I'm trying to remember not to slouch, but if you do, just reminding yourself to sit up nice and straight, just allows the energy to flow. And I'm just moving to my feet and just leaning forward a little. And just massaging just into the very balls of my feet. Close your eyes and take some nice deep breaths. If this posture is too strong, just move away from it. Don't worry too much about the coming forwards and the massage, but just the position itself, just holding it. Maybe just lie down and start the class like that. You've already got the beautiful smell of the essential oil. So this brings you into a focus on your body and your feet. So your feet are grounding. They bring you energy or your thoughts from your busy mind and bring them down to focus on the massage and how it feels. Notice your breath. It's always nice to keep your breath even. So while you're massaging, just even breaths, breathing into your belly and into your chest and breathing out again. Maybe focus on your breath just for a moment and just counting your breaths. Breathing in for 2 or 3 or 6, whichever feels most comfortable for you, and out for the same number, just keeping it even. Relax your shoulders, smile, relax your face. Working your way around your feet, I'm using my thumbs. Sometimes I'm really digging them in. My thumbs have become stronger with the massage, my hands have become stronger. You're opening the flow of energy in your body, which is what yoga does too, as you stretch and strengthen. In yoga, it's to do with energy only, prana. And blockages in energy are released through massage, through yoga, through breathing, through herbs, the essential oils. Take a few nice breaths of your essential oil again. Or maybe just smell in, if you're just using a plain oil, what can you smell in the room? So I've been sitting probably for about 5 minutes already just doing this. And you've been sitting in this position, which is a quite strong position. So we're just going to come back now. You might want to straighten your legs. That might have been enough of the massage. And we're just going to breathe in and out. Just close your eyes. Coordinating the movements. And then my hands together, palms facing out or forward, whichever feels nicer, just to a point where you feel a gentle stretch. Out as you're coming down. Going to now just lie down for a moment. I'm going to use the pillow for my head for some support. And just settle my body down. You might need a blanket for this class because it's quite cooling and calming. It's beautiful for bed, for sleep, but also in the morning if you're feeling tired, which I am today. Observe how you feel as you're lying here. Just for a few breaths, just allow your body to soften, face to relax. Breathing into your belly and into your chest, and breathing out. Can you feel any changes in your body from that? I can actually feel a bit of more warmth in my hands. Did you push yourself a little far? Should you have laid down on your back and practiced it? Is there any twinges in your body? Areas that you need to breathe into now? Breathe down into your feet if not. Nice slow breaths, just imagining prana energy flowing down into your feet. away from your busy mind, grounding you and connecting to yourself, your own body. So if you feel isolated, if you feel fear, if you feel disconnected from the world around you, connect with yourself first, and massage is one of the most wonderful ways, especially if you're breathing and practicing a little bit of yoga as well, the pranayama, the breathing exercises. Just nice slow breaths, keeping them even. That last one, you might want to do another one with me. Breathe in. I'm breathing through my nose, and as I'm breathing out, I'm lengthening my breath and making it as long and as smooth and as silky as possible, moving into my nervous system, the relaxation part of my nervous system, the calm part of me which should be switched on to all the time. And this is just resetting that switch that we get into our busy lives, our busy minds, going all the time, not resting or not being able to rest properly even. So this is a simple way to do that, and this is excellent for anyone with a busy mind. So the next one, sitting on your blanket again if you prefer, but I actually would prefer not to. It's more comfortable for me. We're still going to do some massage. I'm starting with my left foot, and you might be sitting like this, and so you can lean over, trying to stay upright. So again, this one you might prefer just sit cross-legged and just do your breathing. If it's a little bit too strong, I'll put some more oil on just so I can smell it. Breathing through your nose, just reminding yourself. And I'm going to massage the very center of my foot, which is a really important marma point in yoga. So yoga and Ayurveda, and a lot of people don't realize, have marma or massage points too, just like in Chinese medicine with the acupressure points. And we will do an acupressure point as well. This is yin yoga. So it's sort of mixing Chinese medicine, all the healing energies, bringing them all together and creating health in your body through opening the energy and allowing it to flow. So when you focus now, the first one we're focusing on, the base chakra, the beginning of energy, your inner strength and focus. The next one, we're moving into your hips a little bit more and into the center of your belly, which is connected to what's known as the sacral chakra. So my other classes teach this, and I've got some beautiful 10-minute meditations to learn a little bit more about the chakras. Going with the flow, but also things flowing in and flowing out. It's connected to water, where the other was earth. And I'm just going to press my fingers, so you might be here, nice straight back, close your eyes, into the very ball of my foot. And I'm pressing quite hard with my thumbs. I think it's Talihedra, I don't pronounce it right, I know, so maybe I shouldn't bother. But it's to do with the left side of your body is letting go. And it's very similar to the point in your hand, only it's connected more to inner strength rather than your heart. So what would you like to let go of? Just thinking about it here. And we're going to do 3 breaths. I'll give you a moment to think. So some of you might be able to bring your foot up a little more, even higher. But being really careful with this. There's a lot of problems. If you any twinges in your knees or your ankle joint, move it down again. It's got to feel lovely. You've got to love and look after and nourish yourself. Maybe that's what you need to bring in. I'll suggest that to you. As you're breathing out, what do you need to let go of? And again, repeat what you need to let go of in your mind 3 times with your breath. And then I'm just going to do some windscreen wipers, so my legs are quite wide, and I'm just slowly moving from side to side, breathing in and out. And then back to sitting. So remember, you might be sitting on the edge of your blanket just to help sit up nice and straight. And we're going to the next side, which is your right side. And the right side is for bringing things in. So I've said it before in another of my classes. Once you release something, you've got space to bring something in. So once you quieten your mind, your thoughts become more settled, and you move through life in a much better way. It takes a lot of practice. Ideas come in, they flow in of what you'd like to do with your life to make it better, to enjoy it more. And this is connected to this area of your body, which is simple pleasures in life and what they are. So I'm going to close my eyes. Again, it's the ball of your foot, which is a very important marma point in yoga. And I'm going to take 3 breaths, and I'm going to bring in the awareness that I need to do this class more. Breathing into your belly and into your chest, even breath still. And explore your foot just a little. Any areas where it feels nice to just dig in a little deeper. So in our yoga practice, when we're standing, when we're practicing the standing postures, when we push our feet down into the earth, we're actually opening the flow of energy. With a massage, you're actually getting into it deeper. You open it even more. So it is so important. So the next posture, we're moving to a yin, a Chinese posture, which is an acupressure point. Again, that was part of my yoga teacher training. They didn't mention the marma points because often they're not known in the West, and there's a beautiful book, I'll put it at the end of the class. So you might have your knees bent, and this time you might want to just flop over. And the point is just sort of the web between your big toe and the next toe. And you can just massage into there. And this area of your body is connected to self-love, your solar plexus, so self-esteem, willpower. And this is to do with releasing anger, heat in your body, pushing, determination. All those things create anger, irritability. So if you're starting to feel a bit irritable with this. So this is the gentle point. Some of you might be a little bit stronger, and you might want to just straighten your legs. And so I'm going to keep my back straight, but sometimes you can lean over if it feels comfortable. It might feel nicer for you to just allow your back to soften and your head down. I'm going to keep it a little bit straighter, and I'm pushing into that area and just holding it. I'm pulling back on my feet, so I'm working still a little. I can really feel that breath in my belly, your solar plexus chakra. Willpower, self-esteem, your inner sun. And letting go of all your anger with each exhale. Any irritability that's coming in at the moment for you. In yoga, your big toes and your thumbs are connected to the energy, the fire energy. So you're balancing it. I am going to soften. And I've gone a little deeper into it. And let my head go soft. Any point you can move out and practice windscreen wipers. It's recommended that you hold the marmas or the acupressure points for about 5 minutes. Coming up again. And then lying down, you might notice how you're feeling now, if you're feeling a little bit more settled in your mind, if you're enjoying the class, if you're feeling enjoyment or pleasure at what you're doing. Or if there's a part of you that wants to move on, to keep going, to do something else. Just witnessing and staying where you are. Staying with whatever comes up and breathing through it. So I did mention earlier in my book, The Yoga of Herbs, I read about jasmine. Because I do know that it's a pretty special herb in Eastern medicine. And it actually mentioned that it's really nice for the immune system, for any cancer. And particularly breast cancer, because it's connected to your heart. And the massage that we're going to do now is really nice for helping prevention, for self-love, and to help the drainage of the lymphatic fluid that flows from your arms through your lymph nodes and then out of your body. So you might want to use a pillow just to rest your bottom on. Or you might want to just lay flat on your back with your knees bent. But I've got my bolster today, and this is another form of self-love. It was a Christmas present. I particularly asked for it. And when I got it, it was just a little bit too high for me. My flexibility wasn't quite as much as this bolster. So you need to be really careful. The whole class is gentle, a gentle stretch. But now I can get really deep into all the postures, just from practicing with it, just not for too long, maybe a couple of breaths if it feels too strong, and then dropping down to a pillow, or just dropping your back onto the floor. So I'll demonstrate this with the bolster because you get a really deep stretch through your spine, and we're working into your heart chakra with this one because we're working with your hands. So I'm just lifting my bottom and placing it underneath. So you personally would maybe just have your bottom flat on the floor. You don't have to do this at all. Or you might be on a block, yoga block, or you might be just resting your bottom on a pillow or a rolled up blanket, anything. But just so that it feels comfortable. And I'm putting on a little bit more of my beautiful jasmine oil. So you can buy jasmine tea as well and drink the tea. It's a nice, simple one. We don't realise how powerful these Eastern herbs are because unfortunately in our world, long ago we decided that herbal medicine was not important and all the knowledge was lost. And really we need both. So for this massage you can see already that my arms are up. So this is helping with the drainage of your lymphatic system. And Then as you're massaging, you're stimulating, and it's actually very cleansing for your whole body massage. It clears away the toxins and just allows the lymphatic system to drain properly. And so it's good to have a big glass of water afterwards. But I am just going to, we've done this massage actually sitting up, but this one is lying down in a different way, and it's working through your chest, through your heart chakra. You're loving and looking after your heart, your chest, your hands. One breath, one movement, just the webs. Now relax your face. My stomach started rumbling. That's a really nice sign that you're moving into the resting part of your nervous system. So if your stomach starts to rumble, rest and digest is the term for it. But when you rest, your body digests more than food. The digestion and assimilation is connected to nourishment. So you're nourishing yourself with the smell of your oil, with the massage, with your breath, with your yoga asana posture, which is affecting your spine, even if you then with your spine flat on the floor. Taking it this high, really good for your chest and drainage, so also, colds and flus. So you can imagine your lungs are here and the bronchial tubes. And I know I'm moving a bit into the science, I can't help it as a radiographer. But that's why I think yoga is so important. I can see both sides. So it's sort of draining all congestion in your chest and bringing it up and out through your throat. But also your lymphatic system drains to an area here, near your collarbones. And so that's also draining, helping drain your lymphatic system, and it moves into your blood system and through your kidneys and your liver. And so it's a detoxifying. So I'm just keeping going with the massage, nice slow breath. I go back to yoga, and it's your heart chakra, loving and looking after yourself by doing these very simple things for yourself. And when you quieten your mind, you feel the pleasure in the simple things in life. And then when you finish, just breathing in and out. And in. And in and now just resting your hands just above your chest. Maybe interlock your fingers. This is a Reiki point, they're all connected. You're practicing healing touch with your hands, so feel your breath just flowing, drawing a beautiful, sparkling golden light, healing light into your chest. And breathing out, releasing tension, relaxing and letting go and enjoying this present moment. Jasmine oil is a wonderful oil for your face. It's a toner. The jojoba in the oil is also is a moisturizer. We use all these chemicals on our face when we've got all these beautiful natural products that we can use instead. So we're going to, it's also good for coughs and colds, so if you, we're going to rub it into your neck. So we're moving up from your chest, now we're going to the throat chakra. And it is absorbed through your skin, so you're actually absorbing it into your bloodstream, into your lymphatic stream. It's a powerful healing that we can use at any time for ourselves. So I'm dragging the bolster because I'm going to demonstrate. You can sit cross-legged if you want. You can sit in a chair if you'd like to. We've been doing quite a bit of sitting. Or kneeling is the other way of opening through your hips, and it's actually one that I know that a lot of my yoga ladies find really difficult, pain in their knees. So the bolster is really good for that because you can, it can take you up a lot higher, and so you can sort of come to here. And it just helps gently open your knees rather than deeply. I've just burped because the whole thing is stimulating all the breathing for your digestive system as well. So there'll be gurgling, and it all means that your whole systems are starting to work really well. When you stress, they tend to shut down. They close, they're not open. So the bolster, or you could fold up a blanket into this sort of shape and try that. A block or 2 blocks. If it's uncomfortable, then just sitting cross-legged. I'm going to kneel. I do a lot of kneeling, so it's very easy for me. It's just like everything in life. The more you practice, the more benefit that you get from it. And I'm going to get my oil, the jasmine, put a little bit more on. And so we're now moving up to your throat chakra, moving all the way up through your spine. And we're massaging the different areas, so we're moving into your mind a little bit more. And this one is connected to, again, it's creativity, but it's also into speaking with love. And we all have an inner dialogue, which you become aware of when you quieten your mind. And you might notice that your inner dialogue is not loving to yourself. In fact, a lot of us, most of us, have this negative dialogue going on in our minds. So just thinking about that now. So I'm just stroking up the back of my neck, which is your throat chakra. It's good for your thyroid, sore throats. But emotionally, it's just noticing, starting to notice. Start speaking to yourself with love. Instead of the negative feedback, try and replace it. Have you ever tried to say to yourself in the mirror, do it, I love you. Emotions, you might start to cry, it's powerful. And you need to love yourself before you can love anybody else. How can you love somebody if you can't even love yourself? If you don't know how to love yourself, how do you know how to love other people? A little bit more of the oil, and this time I'm just massaging. I'll do this side so you can see. So breathing in and out. So it's from my collarbone, I'm just stroking up through my throat. Obviously the smell of the oils is becoming more powerful as it becomes closer to my nose. Other side, just 3. And we store a lot of tension in our jaws. I'm just massaging along my jaw. Soften your jaw. lot of us talk too much. Is that one of the problems that you have in life? Or some of us don't speak up at all. Where are your imbalances? And simply just doing these classes helps open the flow. You don't have to really try to do it. You'll just find that things will change for you. That you'll notice when you're over talking and stop and allow the other person to talk and start to listen, which is a giving thing to listen to someone. And then finally, I'm going to place my hands just here, just resting on my third eye. So this is, your third eye is the next chakra, inner wisdom, starting to love and look after yourself, of your body, and not being controlled by media, because there's so much negative social media about your self-image. But more than that, just things that frighten us, and switch it off. Do this class instead, or something else that you enjoy and love doing, and notice how often that you're turning it on. It's highly addictive. So that's my inner wisdom for today. And I'm just breathing in through my nose and out through my nose. My mouth slightly closed. As you breathe in, your breath flows up the two nostrils to a point between your eyebrows. I'll move my hands away so you can hear what I'm saying. And as you breathe out, it moves down the two nostrils. This is actually a balancing now. Balancing your mind. It's for focus and strength and willpower. And we're going to do a visualization here. I'll keep my hands here, but it'd be nicer for you just to rest your hands. And if you want to sit cross-legged, you can. It's called Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. And you can block off your nostrils, but I just want to keep it really simple today. And we're just going to visualize it. And I actually find this easier than the blocking off of my nostrils, but I know a lot of people don't. So for a moment, just focus on the breath in the left nostril. See if you can just feel the air flowing up the left nostril to the point between your eyebrow and back down again. Smile, relax your face and your shoulders, no tension. You can practice in a chair if you're becoming uncomfortable. Just move so you can really experience this. And up and down the right nostril. Breathing in, air flows up to the point between your eyebrows, your third eye, the eye that looks inwards, and breathing out back down again. And then let go of that. So there's another important marma point, the air in your nostrils. The air through your spine or your sushumna, that's the main energy center in yoga of your body, and the next two main energy centers are your nostrils. So working with your nostrils is really powerful for clearing away emotions, even your sinuses. And it's just here where the ball of your nose, the pads of your nose. Just next to it there's like a little dip, and I'm using my index fingers. This is Phana, P-H-A-N-A, marma. If you've got a cold or flu, if you want to just clear your mind, because it's connected to your mind. And I'm just working up actually, just up my nostrils. And back down again. Peppermint and eucalyptus are really good for this as well, for your mind, maybe with a bit of basil. And then again, hands here. This time I'm just going to rest my head in my hands, so it's gone dark. I'll move so you can hear me. But you've got this darkness, and there's something very calming about resting your head in your hands. You're actually supporting yourself. And as you breathe in, just imagine the breath flowing up the left nostril to the point between your eyebrows, and then down the right. Up the right to the point between your eyebrows. Down the left. Up the left. Down the right. Now I want to leave you to work with that yourself and get the breathing so it feels comfortable for you. If you can slow down your breath a little bit, if you can do that, that's really good. But just trying to keep your breaths even in and out is the most important thing. So just keep your hands over. Relax your face and shoulders. If your mind is wandering away, bring it back first, maybe with the smell of the oils or in the room. And then back to your breathing. And go back to the left side and just start again. And then letting go of that. And clasping your hands together and then resting your thumbs over the top. This is a version of Shankar Mudra, which would be too difficult to sort of show you at this time. This is a gentler version, which is said to create an aura of peace and strength around you. It's working with the fire energy, bringing it inwards. And it helps you absorb and nourish yourself. So just hold. You might be sitting cross-legged. How are you feeling now? Can you feel any warmth or tingling? Is your mind quieter? Bring your hands together in the Namaste gesture. And I want you to say to yourself, imagine you're looking at yourself, sitting here, that you're an older and wiser person, the older and wiser you is standing, just watching you, and say to yourself here, the older, wiser you, I love you. You deserve the best in life. You deserve to be happy. Repeat that to yourself 3 times. I love you. You deserve the best in life. You deserve to be happy. And again, take a breath in. If you start to cry, that's brilliant. I love you. You deserve the best in life. You deserve to be happy. Inner wisdom. Finally, our last chakra is the crown chakra. When all the energy in your body is flowing much better, which it should be now. And so you're just going to lie down in Shavasana. You might want a blanket. I've got the bolster, so I'll just show you another beautiful position that you can use it for. A lovely Christmas present to yourself. And I've got a blanket, a pillow. I haven't got a blanket. If I did, I'd put it on, but I'll just fasten my buttons. Socks as well, because you often feel cool in these classes, they're more cooling, and it's nice to stay warm. I'm just going to snuggle up and then just lying down on your back when you're all ready, but take your time. And relax. This is a lovely posture. If you haven't got a bolster, you can fold a blanket, or it could be a pillow. They're not usually as wide as this. Or you might just be legs out flat and flopping to the sides. Now I want to just close off this class. We've been very open, so when we're in Shavasana, we usually turn our arms up to receive and to be open. But I'd like you to, after what we've just done with your heart, which is a huge thing, is to just rest your hands on your chest. Wherever feels comfortable, and take your mind wider. Just fiddle, get yourself comfortable, but in a moment, choose your posture and stay still. So if you want to take your arms even wider, you can. An open Shavasana. So I've opened myself up for receiving and giving back. But if you want to feel all closed off and safe and secure, just keep your hands here. Just coming out of this really slowly with awareness. Just starting to move your feet. Or stretching, or maybe doing some circles. Become aware of your feet. Nourish yourself in the simplest of ways. Don't just jump out of this. Feel the movement. Feel how your body reacts to it. How nice it feels. So then my hands. And then I'm going to stretch through my toes and my arms above my head. A big breath in. And just relax, releasing and softening again. Just rest your hand on your belly for a moment. Turning your head very slowly from side to side. Slowly waking your body up. And then your knees. And then curl up in a little ball. And just stay here for a moment. It feels nice for my feet to be resting on here, otherwise I would just move it out the way. Three breaths. And coming up slowly to sit in any position that you'd like to sit in. Put your palms together in the Namaste gesture. Put the lid on your oil. And while you're doing it, just remembering how lovely it is to use these techniques to practice yoga. Yoga is just a connection. It means connection or union. I love myself. Therefore, I take the time to nourish my body and my mind. I send that love out to the world. Namaste. Namaste is my heart and greets your heart. If you come forward, then you can stay here for as long as feels nice. You might be just resting.